How could they leave us like this? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most heartbreaking series finales. For this list, we'll be looking at shows that had truly sad endings, not just finales that made us emotional or happy cry like Friends.
So I guess this is it.
Yeah. I guess so.
Number 10, Fleabag. Fleabag has to be one of the most beloved shows of the 2010s, coming seemingly out of nowhere to sweep award seasons and bring brilliant star and creator Phoebe Waller-Bridge into the mainstream.
You know that feeling when a guy you like sends you a text at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday night asking if he can come and find you, and you've accidentally made it out like you've just got in yourself, so you have to get out of bed, drink half a bottle of wine, get in the shower, shave everything, dig out some agent provocateur business, suspend about the whole bit, and wait by the door until the buzzer goes.
When Waller-Bridge asserted that the show's second season would be its last, fans were pretty much devastated, and it didn't make it any better that we didn't really get to see a happy ending for our main character.
I love you.
It'll pass.
We guess we shouldn't have expected everything to be tied up with a nice little bow, considering the program's tone. But seeing Fleabag be left devastated and heartbroken still kind of crushed us.
I love you too. Okay.
Number 9, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Killing off major characters in a series finale is one way to tug at the heartstrings, and Joss Whedon did it expertly in the final episode of his badass supernatural dramedy, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I want to see how it ends.
Not only did we lose Anya, who was killed during battle, but Spike sacrifices himself in order to help Buffy save the world once and for all. We see her admit that she loves him before he turns to dust.
I love you.
No, you don't. So thanks for saying it.
On top of all that, the setting of the show, Sunnydale, literally crumbles into the Hellmouth. The ending is bittersweet though, because our fearless heroine can finally rest easy for once. Number 8, Parenthood. The Braverman family brought us plenty of tears throughout Parenthood's 6 seasons, so technically we should have been emotionally prepared for the series finale, but it still just about ruined us with just how emotionally devastating it was.
It's going to be my honor to do that. I never met anybody like her. I'm never gonna stop loving her.
What we couldn't have seen coming was the unexpected death of Zeke, the family's patriarch, and the wrenching scene of the family scattering his ashes just like he always imagined, on a baseball field and picking up a game.
Forever young.
We also saw flashes forward for the other members of the family, bringing mostly happy futures, including more babies and graduations, but we were already crying so hard we could hardly enjoy them. Number 7, Breaking Bad. We knew from the very beginning of Breaking Bad that Walter White had stage 3 lung cancer, and his prognosis only got more dire as the seasons went on.
Mr. White?
Yes.
You understood what I've just said to you.
Yes. Lung cancer. Inoperable.
Walt surviving the series seemed extremely unlikely, but even though we anticipated his death, it still hurt to see it take place. In the end, he is shot while helping Jesse escape and collapses in his meth lab, looking at everything he has done. It means a happy ending for Jesse, who drives off in the Camino and cries tears of joy. Number 6, How I Met Your Mother. The creators of How I Met Your Mother set us up with high expectations from the very beginning, building up the reveal of Ted's wife for years.
And that, kids, is How I Met Your Mother.
Many thought that we'd only actually meet the mother in the very last episode, but in an interesting twist, we got to spend the entire final season with her.
Okay, he would have run screaming once he saw my calligraphy set, my coin collection, my chainmail corset from the Renaissance fair. Oh, that's pretty cool.
In an extremely divisive move, however, the show revealed that the mother actually died 6 years before he told his children the story of how he met her.
Even then, in what can only be called the worst of times, all I could do was thank God. Thank every God there is or ever was or will be, and the whole universe and anyone else I could possibly thank.
To see Ted finally get to be with the love of his life and then have her taken away so soon was too much to bear after all the waiting the audience did. Number 5, Boy Meets World. At the end of Boy Meets World, the gang is moving to New York and has a series of emotional goodbyes with everyone in their lives.
I do not want to go to New York.
What about Topanga?
Who cares about Why does everyone always take Topanga's side?
The most heart-wrenching and memorable, though, is of course the conversation they have with their former teacher, Mr. Feeney.
We wanted to know if you had anything else left to teach us.
No. My work with you is done.
They all thank him for everything he has done for them, with Topanga even telling him that he has been more of a father to her than her own dad was. The kids try to get Feeney to tell them he loves them, but he refuses, asserting that he has to maintain the appropriate line between teacher and student. But once they leave his classroom, he finally admits it when they can no longer hear him.
I love you all.
Number 4, The Wire. While plenty of series finales make us emotional about saying goodbye to favorite characters, this one makes us feel genuinely depressed about the state of the world. Set in inner-city Baltimore, The Wire looks at all of the institutions, both formal and informal, that make the city work.
Because while you may be a shade too white to run the Baltimore department, you're just about right for the MSP.
Crime is a big part of the show, and while we see people throughout the series trying to clean the city up, the finale shows us that sometimes things don't change, no matter what you do.
Don't pay heed to temptation, while your hands are so cold.
In this episode, we see a younger generation step in to fill the shoes of the criminals before them, and there's nothing anyone can do about it.
Let's go home.
Number 3, The Leftovers. The premise of The Leftovers was immediately enticing to many TV viewers who desperately wanted answers to the main questions it posed. It's set in a world where 2% of the population has mysteriously disappeared, and everyone is trying to reckon with why they were left behind.
Where's my day?
Sam?
While the series finale does leave some things ambiguous and doesn't answer all of our questions, it does give us a resolution for what happens between Nora and Kevin.
Of course I did. But so much time had passed.
Kevin finally finds Nora many years in the future after years of searching, and she explains to him that despite the reality she had experienced in which 98% of the population had actually left, she chose to come back to this one.
If I'd come all that way, why in God's name did I want to go back? And I told him, it's because I didn't belong there.
Number 2, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was a lighthearted comedy, or so we thought. The show surprised us time and time again with emotional moments that caught us off guard. The finale fit into this vein, as Will had to say goodbye to the Banks family when they decided to leave California.
I love you, Will.
Love you too. Don't be acting all wild in New York either.
While technically there were happy changes on the horizon for everyone, knowing Will is going to stay in order to finish his degree doesn't take away from the goodbyes he has with everyone.
Remember, if you decide to drop out of school, I have a job waiting for you, and I'll make it worth your while.
Hillary, Will's gonna finish school.
Oh, I know. I'll save a desk for you just in case.
Especially difficult to watch is his interaction with Uncle Phil, who assures him that he is his son. End of story.
You're not gonna lose us. You are my son, Will. End of story.
Before we weep over our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Dinosaurs have been on this earth for 150 million years. And it's not like we're going to just disappear.
I don't understand this autism thing, Pop. Here's my son. I've talked to him. I don't even know if he can hear me.
Safe home, my friend. Hey, no problem. We'll be going against traffic.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. 6 Feet Under. 6 Feet Under is largely about death, and seeing characters die is something that viewers had become accustomed to. But the way the creators chose to end the show was both brilliant and took your breath away with how heartbreaking it was.
Can't take a picture of this, it's already gone.
After Nate dies a few episodes earlier, we see the eventual demise of everyone else in the family.
O God, who gives the grace of vision, the bird of vision is flying toward you with the wings of desire.
In flash forwards, we view how each of them will die, and while for most it's peacefully end in old age, it tugs at the heartstrings either way. The soundtrack of Sia's song Breathe Me makes this montage all the more poignant. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.